Hi, I'm Mia St. John, WBC champion, and here's Bo with Fight News.
To not fight would be uncivilized. Here's Bo and Comicbookman.
Hey kids, how you doing? Comicbookman here. Welcome to my video outhouse. It's time once again for MMA news. And joining me in the outhouse with MMA news is Mr. Punch Drunk himself. Yeah, Bo. Yeah,
I'm Bo. How you doing?
First up today, Bo has a story about Strikeforce. They've signed undefeated former Oklahoma State wrestler King Mo Lawal to a multi-fight deal. I just did the whole story for you. You got anything else?
I got nothing to add to that story.
Moving on. John Fitch will face who?
Thiago Alves.
Well, I got to set it up for you somehow.
12-12 at the Memphis PPV. He was going to be fighting Ricardo Almeida, John Fitch, but he suffered a knee injury. And so Thiago Alves has decided to replace Mr. Almeida on the pay-per-view that is taking place in Memphis on the 12th of December.
But, Bo, what about Dan Henderson?
Dan Henderson is not being employed by the UFC right now. In an unusual situation. Wait. In an unusual situation.
Yes.
UFC President Dana White went to dinner at a restaurant in California.
Yes.
And he looked over.
Did he enjoy his meal?
He looked over.
Was it delicious? Did he have moons over my hammy?
He saw Dan Henderson's manager and the guy who owns Strikeforce having a dinner date. And he went in typical Dana White fashion.
Plow on through,
In typical Dana White fashion. Of all the effing restaurants in effing California, they come to the effing restaurant that I happen to be. It's unusual.
Of all the gin joints in all the world.
But Dan Henderson's talking to Strikeforce. He has not officially said he's never coming back to UFC, but he is talking to Strikeforce. But Strikeforce can't afford to pay Dan Henderson what he would normally make, so he probably will stay with UFC.
That is the saddest story I've ever heard.
Have you ever met Dan Henderson?
I could kill him.
He's a hell of a guy.
I'm sure he is. I bet he loves his
He
mom.
bought me lunch once.
I bet he loves his mom and his wife
It was
and
a
kids
cheeseburger
and everyone else.
with extra cheese. It was very good.
Former WEC bantamweight Jeff Curran is what?
He signed a 2-fight, non-exclusive contract with Strikeforce. By the way, Jeff Curran actually lives not that far from here. He lives in Chicago.
Mount Greenwood?
Well, no, he would live in Mount Greenwood.
I was going to say, how could he stop drinking long enough to go to the fight?
Right, that's why he can't live in Mount Greenwood, because he doesn't drink.
There's a 2-drink minimum.
How could he stop?
But he will be fighting at the first Strikeforce show on November the 7th at the Sears Center. But Jeff Curran actually lives here. He lives in Chicago, not in Mount Greenwood, because he makes too much money to live around.
Let's go bother him.
And our last story is...
Halloween, we're going to go bother Jeff.
Our last story is former elite XC heavyweight Fabio is busy doing something. What's Fabio doing? I thought Fabio was a model.
Changing his name.
I thought Fabio was a model. I thought he the long locks.
Fabricio Werdum is going to be fighting former elite XC heavyweight Antinio Bigfoot Silva, not the other way around.
And that's why we do MMA news.
He will be fighting at the Strikeforce event here, along with Fedor Emiliano, Jake Shields versus Jason Mayhem Miller, light heavyweight champion Gegard Mosseri, and an unknown opponent.
Yes.
And that's going to be the card.
Partridge in a pear tree.
And a partridge in a pear tree. And it's happening
and whatever the hell else you want to throw in there.
And it's happening at the Sears Center on November the 7th.
The Sears Center?
Yes.
That's a great place.
You've never been?
No, I never have. I'm just
You
trying
don't even
to
know where it is.
I'm just trying to be upbeat.
Where is it?
It's in the Chicagoland area.
No, it's in the suburbs.
It's the Chicagoland area. Chicagoland.
Indiana would be technically part of Chicagoland using your logic. Is it in Indiana?
Possibly.
I don't think so.
Possibly.
I believe it's in Hoffman Estates.
It could be at the Jackson Center in the Genesis Center at Gary. So anyway, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. That's it for MMA news. Stop over to the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com, where I post up more damn media news than anybody should possibly see.
This isn't media
from
news.
Our MMA media. They both start with them. That anybody should possibly see. Which is given to me by him. So until next time, this comic book man.
There was a guy behind us.
And
Where
him
is he?
saying,
Bye, kids. So long.
Smoothest segment ever.